Hi guys, welcome to tonight's class. We've got abs and core. I am going to use a stability ball for a couple of exercises, but don't worry if you haven't got one. You can do all the workout without any equipment at all, so all you need is a mat. If you haven't seen these videos before, obviously we'll start off with a little warm-up routine and then we'll get into the main workout. We're going to do two different sections. Rest when you need to, do what you can. I'll try and give alternatives where I can, so you've always got something to do. Watch me do at least a couple of reps and then I'll keep coming back and forth to the mic to talk you through the exercises as you're doing them. Before we go on though, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Right, we're going to start off with press up position and then a tap to one shoulder, tap to the other shoulder. You can do this on your knees or your toes. So we're just going to come up, go wide with the feet or wide with the knees, and then just in your own time, one tap down and then tap and down. When you start to bring your feet closer together, it makes it harder. So that's an option. Maybe start off first couple of reps with a wider stance and then bring the feet closer to each other, bring the knees closer to each other to make it harder. And we're trying to resist any rotational movements with this one. So as you tap, you stay nice and still. So we try and stop the torso from moving. That's going to require more muscles to do the work. You can spend longer on one hand or longer on two hands. Obviously one hand is harder. Just do another 10 seconds there. Okay, good, relax. Right, we'll go from there on to a side plank. So we just hold side plank, just 30 seconds on this one. So you either go on the feet or bend the knees and come up halfway. 30 seconds, off you go. If you want to, you can take top foot off to make it harder. But push the hips forward, lift the chest, a nice straight line. So we're working the side nearest the floor. Got 10 seconds left. So this is all part of the warm-up sequence, just to get us ready, get us going. Last 5 seconds. Okay, relax. Spin round on your back. So we do this exercise before doing the other side. We have one hand underneath, one hand on top, belly button in, pressure down on the hand underneath. If you've done these classes before, you'll know this exercise. We do 1 minute on this one. So you can either just hold, or you can move the legs, alternate, or you can do both feet up. Okay, but the aim with this one, the whole idea, is to keep the belly button in and keep pressure down on the hand that's underneath the back. So it's all nice and slow and controlled. This exercise is more about working the inner unit of the core, which again, if you've seen these classes, then you will know, you would have heard me speak about inner unit and outer unit. Inner unit are the smaller muscles which help to stabilize the spine. The outer unit is more responsible for the bigger movements. Right, coming into the last 10 seconds. So just all nice, slow and controlled. Belly button in. Try and keep that there the whole time. 5 seconds. Okay, good. So we're going to spin round and do the other side plank. 30 seconds, off you go. So either one foot off, both feet down, or bend the knees. A nice straight line, push the hips forward. Last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, relax. Right, press up position again this time. So if you need to, you can just go back to how you did it first time. But we're going to try one hand and then the opposite leg. Okay, so we lift up opposites and then hold. So just changing your own time. We'll try and get at least a 5-second hold, maybe 5 or 10 seconds. Once you establish the weaker side, maybe spend slightly longer on that weaker side. But again, we want to try and limit any twist. We keep the torso as still as possible. Right, we just do another 10 seconds there. Last 5 seconds. Okay, right, come straight down into a plank, so forearms down. And then we're going to start off with toe taps. So plank, you tap out and back, and then the other leg, out and back. If you need to, you can just hold on the knees. Right, so that's always the option with a plank. Knees down and hold there. Make sure we tuck the pelvis underneath, so we've got nice, strong tension in the abs. We'll just do another 10 seconds, but we're going to stay in the plank position. Last 5. Good, and then we go to the hand tap. So feet down or knees down, little tap and back, tap and back. Off you go, 30 seconds. So again, we want to try and stay still through the torso, try and limit the shift. Last 5 seconds. And relax, and then we do one more go on your back, belly button in, pressure down on the hand underneath. 1 minute again, off you go. So with or without the movement of the legs, feet up or down. Okay, but remember, control. It's more subtle, this exercise. We need to get the inner unit firing, getting those muscles working properly. If the inner unit's strong and working properly, then the rest of the core, the outer unit, can be strong around it. We'll just do another 10 seconds, and then that will conclude the warm-up routine, and then we'll get into, like I said, 2 sections tonight. Okay, hold it there, a little rest. So before we go on, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That always helps me, so it is appreciated if you do give the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, the workout I did earlier was a HIIT workout. That's on the follow along playlist now. This one will be added to it. I think that will make it 40 workouts now on the playlist, so you've got plenty to choose from anytime you need. Right, we're going to start off with a reverse crunch. So we'll spin around, just watch first. Hands go down, and then we lift the legs, and then control, hips up, hips down. Okay, so it's a controlled movement up and down. 45 seconds, off you go. Okay, hopefully you noticed, or you might not have done because you're working yourself, but I was doing it quite slow. I was doing it with control. So that's always important when you're working the core, is make sure you've got control. You'll get more out of the exercise if you go for quality rather than quantity. You've got 10 seconds left. So it's control, especially on the way down. When you come down, nice and controlled. Okay, good, relax. Right, so now spin round, come up into a press up position, and then we tap opposite foot with the hand, and then opposite foot with the hand. Off you go, 45 seconds. So the hips start down, but then they come up as we tap. Okay, don't worry if you can't tap the foot itself, because a lot of this is to do with the flexibility in the hamstrings. So if you can't quite touch the foot, don't worry. As long as we're getting the hips up and we're getting like a crunching type action. And then when we come down, when we come straight, that's enough to work the abs. So as long as we're making that movement towards the opposite foot. Last 10 seconds. Okay, good, relax. Next one, press up position into a plank, back up, knees or toes. So we go down, down, up, up, and then change the lead hand. Off you go. Okay, this one can be done on the knees if you need to. Again, we want to think about keeping the abs tight, so we tuck the pelvis underneath, nice and strong through the abs. And remember, we want to change the lead hand every rep. So lead with one hand, then lead with the other hand. All right, coming into the last 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, relax. Right, spin round. We're going to do a bicycle twist. Just watch first. Option is to have the feet down. I'll show you with the feet up. So you lie down, we go shoulder to opposite knee, extend the other leg, come back, down, and then go the other way. Off you go. 45. So if you need to, put the feet down and just do the twist and crunch. Right, with the feet up makes it a lot harder, and with the extension of the leg means we're getting more activation in the lower abs. So it's up to you, do what works best for you. Last 10 seconds. Get that twist, try and get the rotation so we're working the obliques. Okay, good, and relax. Right, then we do a side plank. We just do 30 seconds on this one. So we do one side straight into the other, off you go. So you can just hold on the feet or the knees, or if you want to make it harder, we can take the top foot off the bottom foot, and then you can start moving the foot forward and back as well for more of a challenge, but try and keep the torso still. So if you do that, it's only the leg that moves. Last 10 seconds. Keep the hips pushed forward. Last 5. Okay, go, swap it over, other arm down, hips forward, 30 seconds, off you go, top foot off, with the movement forward and back if you want to make it harder, if you want more of a challenge, keep the torso still, or just hold there. Last 10 seconds. Right, so that's our first sequence. We'll go back to the start and do it again with no rest. Right, so relax. So let's go back to the reverse crunch. Lie down, hands down, 45 seconds on this one. Off you go. So control that down phase, and the aim is to go straight up with the hips. Try to not to come too much towards the head. If you do, don't worry too much, but the ultimate aim is to go straight up and straight down. Last 10 seconds, even if it means resting in between reps, and again going for good quality. Okay, relax. Right, so press up position, and then from there we tap. Off we go. Okay, so remember, you don't have to tap the foot as long as you're making that movement towards the foot. So we're getting a slight rotation as well, and the hips are coming up and down. So the movement through the hips is meaning we have to stay strong, keep the abs nice and tight. All right, last 10. Okay, relax. So from there, hands down, press up position, down, down, up, up, off we go. 45. Knees down if you need to. Again, let's keep the abs tight. So we don't want the back to be arching, we want to tuck the pelvis underneath. If you do feel it in the back, then that's a sign that the abs are fatiguing, the back's kicking in. So you can make it easier by just simply going down onto the knees. We'll tuck the pelvis underneath to try and get more tension. Last 10 seconds. Okay, relax. So then we're going to spin round. Bicycle twist again, or twisting crunch. 45 seconds, off you go. Alright, so trying to get that twist, get the rotation, going to work the obliques. Got 20 seconds left. Feet down if you need to, just do the twisting crunch on the floor with the feet down. Last 10. Last 5. Good, and relax. Then one side plank, then the other, so 1 minute, 30 seconds on each. Then we'll have a little stretch. Off you go. Coming up. Straight line, top foot off to make it harder. Last 10, keep it going, keep the hips pushed forward. 5 seconds. Okay, good. Swap it over, other arm down. 30 seconds again, off you go. Top it off if you need to make it harder. Last 15. So a little rest after this one. 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good, relax, hold it there. Right, we just have a little stretch. So let's start off with the lying down on your back, arms up overhead, legs out straight. So we're lengthening out through the abs. Okay, from there lean to one side. Right, so we're just leaning over one way, so we stretch the abs and the obliques, or the lats and the obliques, sorry. And then lean over to the other side. So we will have a good stretch at the end, but as I always say, make sure you do more stretching if you need to. We'll spin around, we'll go on the knees, sit back, drop the chest. So we've got another little sequence coming up. For this, I'll use the ball for a couple of exercises, but like I said, you can do it without a ball, so you can just use, I'll give you alternatives where you can just use your body weight. Okay, relax. So we're going to go through this sequence twice as well. The first 2, if you've got a ball, we'll use it. So I'll show you 2 without the ball. So we'll do the plank. So if you haven't got the ball, we'll do a little hover, so it's just forward and back. Okay, so we're not up and down, we just stay in a straight line forward and back. If you need to at any point, go down to the knees. The second one will be a crunch, so without the ball we just go down on the floor. You can go hands above the head to make it harder. So with the ball, right, we're going to be plank with the little roll forward and back, keeping the abs tight, and then the crunch will be on top of the ball, where we're going to stretch over the top. So we do 45 seconds on each. Off you go, plank. So either on the floor or on the ball, and it's just a forward and back movement. Right, so on the floor you just stay in a straight line, you just hover forward and back. Again, whichever way you do it, we want to still keep the tension in the abs, tuck the pelvis underneath. You can just hold if you want. If you've got the ball, just hold, or go down to the knees and hold on the floor. 5 seconds. Okay, relax, right, crunch. So on the floor or on the ball, off you go, 45. So if you got the ball, stretch over the top. Right, so we're using that curve, stretch over the top. Remember, hands overhead is harder. Let's use the ball to get that stretch. If you're on the floor, it's just a simple crunch. Go there or there. 10 seconds. Okay, relax. Right, next up, come up into press up position. So we're on the floor, and then we're going to go knee up across, opposite hand, knee across. Off you go, 45. Right, so try and avoid doing this too much now. Okay, so like we did with the exercise earlier, the hips were moving up and down. With this one, we stay pretty much in a straight line. We'll get a little bit of a movement, obviously, because we're getting the rotation through the lower body, but the hips roughly stay at the same level. All right, so we're not moving up and down like we did with the exercise earlier. Knee across, and we get more rotation on this one. 10 seconds. Last 5. Okay, good. Spin around. You're going to do the knee raise. So you can lean back as far as you can to make it harder. Knees up, lean back, off you go. Get that crunch at the top, squeeze. So squeeze at this end. Good crunch. And then, like I say, when you're leaning back, the further you go, the harder it is. It's a longer lever. Last 15 seconds. So we got a couple more to do, 3 more to do actually on this sequence, and then another sequence. 5 seconds. Okay, good. So from there, lie down, we lift the shoulders up, and then we do the heel taps, shoulders up, side to side, off you go, 45. Okay, so we're keeping the shoulders up the whole time. A little side to side, so with the shoulders up, the abs are under constant tension, and then the little side is going to bring in the obliques. 10 seconds left. Okay, good. So then we're going to do one side crunch followed by the other, 45 on each. So the one where we take the legs up and over, you can use your nearest hand, and then it's just a side crunch coming straight up, off you go. Right, so remember this one, less of a twist. Okay, it's more coming straight up, so if you keep your eyes fixed on a point above and then come up towards that point. And you've got 15 seconds left, so we're just going to go straight into the other side after this. Last 5 seconds, last couple of reps. Okay, good, so swap it over, take the legs the other way, off you go, 45. Little side crunch coming straight up. Got 10 seconds left. We won't have a stretch, we'll go straight on to another round after this. and then we'll stretch afterwards. 5 seconds. Okay, good. So plank, so you either hover on the floor or you're using the ball. 45 seconds, get ready. Off you go. So it's just that forward and back. Obviously you can just hold if you want to, so just hold the plank. So the forward and back just brings another dynamic in, but again we're trying to stay nice and still through the torso. If you're on the floor you've got the same challenge. You're still trying to keep that torso still as you move forward and back. So on the floor, the ankle joint and the shoulder joint and the elbow joint move, because that's what helps us to get the movement forward and back. 5 seconds. Okay, good. Crunch. So you're either down on the floor, hands by the side of the head, or above the head, or on the ball. 45, off you go. So just use the ball if you've got it to stretch. Stretch over the top. Arms overhead is harder. Okay, you got 15 seconds. So nearly there now, coming towards the end of this second sequence. So we just finish off with a little stretch. 5 seconds left. Okay, good. We've got a few more to do there. We've got the knees across, coming up, press up position, off you go. Knee up across, back. So remember, keep the hips relatively low. Allow a little bit of rotation. But we stay relatively still in the upper body, so the shoulders shouldn't move too far away from over the hands. The lower body moves more, but the upper body is relatively fixed. Keep the hips low, so the knee should just pass over the floor each time, so there's not too big a gap. Last 10 seconds. Okay, relax, spin around, knee raise. Extend the legs, lean back, knees up, off you go. Lean back, knees up, crunch as you squeeze up. So this one should be hard at both ends really, when you're fully extended. And when you come up, you get the crunch. So you've got a couple of things going on with this one. Last 10 seconds. There's 3 more to do after this. Okay, good. Heel taps, down you go. Lift the shoulders, side to side. Off you go, 45. Keep your shoulders up the whole time. Last 10 seconds. There's 2 more to do after this, so you've got a minute and a half left of work. 5 seconds. Good, side crunch, legs one way. 45 seconds. Off you go. Remember, we're just coming straight up. Keep your eyes fixed on a point straight above. Come up towards that point. Last 10 seconds. And then just that last side to finish off with. 5 seconds. Okay, good. So quick change. Go the other way. Coming straight up. Off you go. Last one. Straight up, last exercise, and then we stretch. like I said, make sure you have a good stretch afterwards. If you want to go back and do another round, that's up to you. You've got 10 seconds left on this one, but make sure you always have a good stretch when you finish. 5 seconds. Good, and relax, hold it there. Right, let's go straight into, actually if you come up onto one knee, we'll do the hip flexor stretch. So we're stretching here by pushing the hips forward, lean back, and then over into the lead leg. So we're stretching here and also here. So all the way up. Okay, swap it over, other knee, hips forward, arm up and over. So make sure you've given this video a thumbs up. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Remember, you've got the follow along playlist, so anytime you need to choose a workout from there. We've got abs and core, HIIT workout, which was the one I did earlier. You've got circuits, you've got kettlebell workout, they're all on there, bodyweight workout. And then lastly, we just finish off on the knees, sit back, drop the chest. And make sure you check out the schedule for this week. It looks like the gyms will be shut for a while, so I'll keep going with the classes. Right guys, hold it there. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Let me know what you thought. You can leave a comment down below in the YouTube section or leave a comment on the Facebook group. Check out the classes for tomorrow. Have a good evening. I'll see you then. Cheers guys.